So what you find is words create mental images. When people, and you hear it sometimes, they're quite natural in speaking words that are always negative. There's always doubt. There's always looking at, the can't do type of conversations, and everything is just predicated, unfortunately, on negativity. That's because their mind has mental images that are processing on autopilot that are simply negative. And now that, because everything firstly begins in your mind in the form of mental images, and I'm pretty sure we know that now. And so because of those mental images that are now processing in their mind, those images that are negative are now becoming their perception. And your perception determines your reality. And so what they perceive, it becomes their perception and what they're going to project and produce. So negative TMIs, what we call thoughts and mental images, if they're running on autopilot, all they're going to do is keep that individual exactly where the negative images want them to be. So first of all, please do yourself a great favor. Change your words. All right. So if someone annoys you, that's on the external. You got two choices. In the Hebrew Tanakh says, in the book of Deuteronomy says, speak words of life or death. So a word of life is important because you're creating an image that's bringing life in that circumstance that you are going to feel good. So because if someone's got negative images running in their mind, they're projecting that through their words, and then because they want you to feel the same image. They want you to perceive the same image. In the old saying, you're like a feather, they all flock together. That's why a lot of negative people get on well, because they share the same images. And what we call image projection. When you get a group of people all negative, you walk into the room, you can go, oof, man, feels like real negative in here, because that group of people, like a feather, they flock together, they all have the same negative images processing in their mind. Hence the reason why images project and magnetize. Go into a T.P.C workshop or T.P.C break state or T.P.C retreat, everyone's processing and developing positive images and what we call image projection, in other words, or collective image projection. When you've got a collective of people, developing positive images, when you walk into a group of people who are doing that, you feel the energy, it's uplifting, you're feeling better. Why? Because that group of people are processing positive images. So first of all, your words. Change your words, you change your images, you change the images, you change the feelings. Because ultimately what you think about, you bring about.